Well, well, well. We meet again. 3 weeks in a row. Let's get it. Hey there guys, my name is Angel, also known as Cash, and today I'll teach you how to create an alert for your live stream. First things first, let's hop into Photoshop to create the base for our alert. So now that we are in Photoshop, let's create the design of our alert. So basically, first of all, you want to create a rectangle. The way I do it is I select the rectangle marquee tool or press M on your keyboard, click on the middle of the artboard and hold Alt. That way is symmetrical in both ways. I'm gonna do something like this. I think that's good. And then I'm going to fill it in by pressing Alt and backspace. That's gonna fill the selection with the whatever color you have here. So now I'm going to skew this a little. So Control T, right click and skew. I'm going to hold Shift and drag this to the left, and pay attention to the degrees. I did 26 degrees there, and let's do 26 here as well, like that. That's pretty much it. I'm going to make it a little thinner though, and that's it. Now I'm going to create a gradient for it, and what I'm going to use is pure black on the left and a slight blue on the right. Here you have the code 1F2229, 90 degrees angle, and you can copy the settings from here. Now I'm going to do sort of a vent in the middle of it. Basically have space for the name of the person who's donating, who's subscribing, who's following. The way I'm going to do that is, first of all, I'm going to rasterize this layer and rename it as base. Second, let's create a new layer. Hold Control and click on the thumbnail of the base layer, and then go to select, modify and contract, and I'm going to do 25. Now Alt and backspace on the new layer. Let's rename this as vent, and with this what I'm gonna do is double click on the vent layer to bring out the layer style, then go to bevel and emboss, and these are the settings: inner bevel, chisel hard, depth is on 1000, size is on 1, soften is at max, angle is 90 degrees, altitude 30 degrees. The white, this is very important, white is on 20% and opacity is on 100 on the black and white. Then we're gonna go on stroke, make it 1 or 2 pixel max. I'm gonna use 1, make it white and put it on overlay. Then inner shadow, we're gonna use 50% opacity, distance let's put 5, choke 0 and size 20, and that is pretty much it. Then bring out the fill up to down to 50, so that way you create depth within the shape. So that's pretty much how you create a base shape. Now let's create the top part. I'm going to select the base shape and click Ctrl and J to duplicate that, bring it on top, Ctrl T for free transform, and then flip vertical. I'm gonna make this smaller, the size of this vent, and then bring it on top, make sure it's on the bottom, that, and let's make this white. I'm gonna use this gradient, it's D2 D9 F1 on the left, E7 EEFF on the middle, and then it's D9E3FB on the right. We're gonna do the same vent here on top. Let's rasterize this, make a new layer, control and click on the base to select it, select, modify contract. I'm gonna do 15 this time. We don't want to do a pure black on this one. We're gonna do a something in the middle. Alt and backspace, and now let's just copy and paste the layer style on this. Maybe let's lower the opacity on the inner shadow and on the black. So it's okay, looks pretty good. Now deselect the background, select everything, maybe make it a little bit bigger, and now we want to import this into After Effects to animate it. Now hold Ctrl Shift and S. So I'm gonna do tutorial, and now let's hop into After Effects. Well, now that we are in After Effects, let's create a new composition. Press OK. Now let's import the PSD that we just saved. Double click here on the blank space, go to where you saved the PSD file. Now you want to retain layer sizes and editable layer styles. Double click on this, and now you've got everything you need here. Now we want to make them appear on the screen, not just fly in from somewhere. So the way we're gonna do that is, let's actually, this is the base. I'm gonna select them and pre-compose base, and then this is the top part, pre-compose top part. All right, I'm gonna delete the background. Let me show you how to make them appear on the screen. Select the rectangle tool, create a rectangle as big as this, and then make sure the shape layer is above the base layer. And now if you don't have any settings here, make sure you click toggle switches and slash modes, and then on the base layer, the track mate, make it alpha mate shape layer 1. That way if you move the shape anywhere where the shape layer isn't, it's gonna disappear. So the base is only visible within the shape that we created. Perfect. We're gonna do the same for the top part. We're gonna create this one here like that. Make sure it's above the top part layer, alpha mate shape layer 2, and that's pretty much it. Now on the base layer, press P to bring out a position. Now we're gonna work with keyframes. Basically what a keyframe is, imagine you're going from point A to point B. It's sort of like you have keyframe 1, keyframe 2, so it basically follows the path of the keyframes. Let me show you. So let's put position here and bring it down, and then let's go to 1 second and then bring it up like that. So basically that's what I'm saying, point A, point B. So it's gonna follow the path. Now select both keyframes, right click, keyframe assistant, and then create make them easy ease. Easy ease is basically making them more smooth. Click here on the graph editor, select the right one and bring it on the left. Drag this on the left, and then see how it just pops out way smoother than it was before. So we're gonna do the same for the top part. Press P here, press position, bring it down, and I'm going to want it to be visible from here to here. So I'm gonna bring it up like so. Same thing, select them, easy ease, or press F9, and then select this, bring it to the left, and let's see how it looks now. Maybe the top part could be visible earlier, like it's gonna be like this, maybe not that early. Like that. Perfect. Now let's create the text that's gonna be here. So let's say new follower. I'm gonna make this black. I'm gonna make this a little bigger, in the middle, and we're gonna create the same thing with the rectangle tool. So make this as big as the text. On the text, select the format. Then from here, I'm gonna do position. I'm gonna move it to the left, and right here is gonna be on the right. In the middle, select both of them. Easy ease. So it's pretty much the same thing over and over and over for each shape that you've done. So let's see how this looks. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Let's create the saber in the middle, the laser. Create a new solid, make it white or black or whatever, you don't need any specific colors. Go to effects and preset and search saber. You need to download the saber plugin. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description. It's free, so don't worry about that. Drag the saber on the solid layer, then go to render options, composite settings, and turn this on transparent. Perfect.
This is for you.
Let's bring it here. Then select the saber here on top and drag these circles from one corner to another. And then you can select here from a lot of preset. I'm gonna use energize. I'm gonna make this white. Actually, let's make this a light blue, like that. So pretty much that's, let me put this on third. That's gonna be there for the top part. Now let's go to customize core, and then pick where you want it to begin. I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do start offset on 100, and then go to a few frames later and put this on 0. So it's gonna come out from the right to the left. Double click on start offset to bring the keyframes here. Right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. Select the right one, bring it to the left. And that's pretty much done. So it's gonna look like that. Maybe not that quick. That looks pretty good. Now select everything, press U to see all of the keyframes that you used for each layer. Let me put this on the 9th second and select every keyframe, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and paste them here at the end. Select everything, each keyframe, right click, keyframe assistant, and time reverse keyframe. That it's going to reverse everything to make them disappear. Now let's make them disappear one before another. So I'm gonna make the text disappear first. So this is the text. I'm gonna make it here. It's going to disappear. Then the top part here. Not that quick. Like that. Then the base a little earlier. Let the saber finish first. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's see how it looks. Like that. Alright, looks pretty good. Now let's render it. Hold Ctrl and M to bring out the render queue. Then go to lossless and then select AVI. Then this is really important. On the channels you want to select the RGB plus alpha. That way when you when the client or you are going to use this, you can use it as a transparent background. If you just keep it on RGB, it's gonna be with a black background. So put it on RGB plus alpha, click OK, then output 2, select it wherever you want on desktop, tutorial, save, and then click render, and then wait for it to finish rendering, and you're pretty much done. You've got a pretty solid alert. So that's pretty much it. That's how you create a simple alert. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learn a thing or two. Make sure to check me out on Twitter for more behind the scenes. Hire me at cashdesign.net, and see you guys soon.